Okay, so how do I use openshot? Once again, openshot is here. It's openshot.org. If you click on download, you'll see that there's several different distros. So I'm going to show you how you use it for your editing, how easy it is, and what we're going to do. So let me minimize this. So right now I have 2 recordings I've made for this demo. My first recording looks like this. Okay, I'm the first speaker. You can see I'm the first recording, and so I need to minimize this to get out of the way. So, oops, speaker 1, slide 1, speaker 2, slide 2, and now I'm gonna let another person come in. I could hit pause, but if I hit pause, right, I have to bring this all the way back up. So I'm just gonna stop my recording and let speaker 2 do their thing. So I'm stopping recording. Okay, so that's the first thing I recorded as speaker 1, and here is what speaker 2 would look like. Okay, I'm speaker 2, and I'm gonna minimize this. I'm gonna do my part now. So here's slide 3 in our PowerPoint, blah, blah, blah. Here's slide 4 in our PowerPoint, blah, blah, blah. Conclusion, done. Okay, so I want to merge these two to be cohesive, and I want to remove all this extra junk at the end. Okay? So I'm going to open up openshot video editor. Okay, so this is what it looks like. There's a preview window. There's multiple tracks here. You can move that around. There's effects. There's snips. There's all these tools. But we're going to use it for basic editing. So I'm going to take those videos that I recorded, and I'm just going to drag them from my folder over to here. And you can see the 2 videos. Here's the first one I recorded. Here's the second one I recorded. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first one. I'm going to drop it down here on track 1. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so we can see the entire video. In fact, this will let you see wherever I am in the video up here. Right, you can see me talking. Okay. Over here, the settings up top, we can click on this. This will tell you how you want to output 720p, 30 frames per second. That's fine. You don't want overly massive files. Okay. So remember, I don't want any of me playing with the OBS. So let's find where I'm not playing with OBS. We can put it here. We can hit play. Now this may be laggy, but don't worry about it. Speaker. So it's laggy because I'm recording. I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. So let's just find where it's going to. Okay, I'm already on slide 2 there. It's a little laggy. So, oops, speaker. So right here, I can be speaker 1. This is where I'm going to start my proposal. Everything before this is junk me screwing around. I right click. I'm going to slice this. I can keep both sides or only keep the left or right. Let's keep both sides. So I've cut that video into 2 videos. So now I can take the left one. I can click on it. I can hit delete. And now I can slide this over. So now the video is starting right where I want. Slide 1. Speaker 2, slide 2, and now I'm going to let another person come in. I can hit pause. So I'm kind of done here, but if I hit pause, right, I don't want to see any of this. So we'll go back. And now I'm going to let another person. So, okay, if I'm going to let another person talk, I can slice all. I'll keep both sides, and then I'll delete this, the right-hand side. So now I just have where I talked about slide 1 and where I talked about slide 2. Now we have the other person coming in. So I'm going to drop his down in here, or hers, or whatever. And we'll make these together so there's no gap. But let's take a look over here at this one. Okay, I'm speaker 2, and I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to do my part now. So here's slide 3. So slide 3 maybe is where I want to start, right here. I'm going to keep both slides. And remember, this is the lead-in stuff, so I don't want this. I'm going to delete it. And then I'll play until I find out slide 4. Here's slide 4 in our PowerPoint, blah, 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 conclusion. Done. Okay, now I'm done. everything over here now, remember, is just me simply, okay, I'm just trying to cut the video, right? So back over here, done, done, okay? So here I will slice, I'll keep both sides. I just like keeping both sides and manually deleting. And now I'm going to take the two edited parts and put them right next to each other. Okay, you can zoom in a little more if you want. And now, if we watch a preview, now as it goes across this gap, it may stutter because it has to switch it back and forth between slide 1, speaker 2, slide 2, and now I'm going to let another person 3 in our PowerPoint, blah, blah, blah. Here's slide 4 in our PowerPoint, blah, 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 conclusion. So now here's my video. You can add other tracks, you can add images on top, you can add, in fact, let me go to my, let me pull up my edits for stuff. You can put in leading images. Hold on, let me So I did some filming for another lab class. So here is my folder for that. So these are for all the edits. So maybe you want to introduce your, so I have these little, basically these are just JPEGs of whatever. So this is just a JPEG, an image. So maybe you want to introduce what, your problem, what you're talking about. So you can take any of these images. I'm just going to take random images, put them in here. These are random. You can make them whatever you want. Okay. So maybe you wanted your lead in to be this image. Okay, it's too big. So what we're going to do is undo that, Control Z, Control Z. So we're just going to select all and we'll move these down a little bit more. Or you can put them on a different level, doesn't matter. Whatever's on top is what you're going to see. So let me put my image on the top row. Now, right now, the image will be on screen for 10 seconds. Maybe I only want this image on screen for 4 seconds. So let's put the image on screen for 4 seconds. Good enough. I'm going to take these two videos here. And then maybe we have a lead out right at the very end. And it's only going to be on for 2 seconds. So our video will look like this, right? We'll have 4 seconds, the two different people, and then words. Slide 1, speaker 2, this is very rough. Now I'm going to let another person 3 in our PowerPoint, blah, blah, blah. Just make sure you have nice quiet between these and your transitions will be beautiful. Done. And then a closeout. So you can have words and then, oh, maybe you want the words in between segments, right? You could put this word between segments. Maybe you want this here, here, and then goals. We'll put goals down here so we can resize the size we want. And you can add whatever you want. Okay? Maybe you want, if you may have noticed that it did that weird blue thing like before. This will be like a segue fade. So you can actually set this up to be like a fade from one thing to another. Point, blah, 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 conclusion, done. Just by overlapping them. So you can do all that. So whatever you want, okay? Now when you're done, and this is exactly what you want, you've got it all set up, all you got to do is push the big red button, title what you want to call the video, okay? Where do you want to save it? Export video at what size? 70 or 30 FPS. And it'll rip the video. And give it, depending on the size, give it a few minutes, and it'll rip it right out. And you have a nice, seamless back-to-back video. I used this software to make these videos during COVID, to make very, very long experimental videos. So here, let me, experiment 4. This is my experiment 4 video. For my class, you can see that the reaction beaker to the hood. There's put in 2 drops of the 6 molar sulfuric acid. 2.5 hours. Solution. Ensure it is around pH. So this is us doing lab work. So it's very useful, super easy to use. Have fun with it. Yeah.